Good morning, everyone. Let's start with today's discussion, that is normal distribution. So, today we are gonna learn what is the meaning of distribution, the various types of distribution. We should understand skewness and kurtosis, and also characteristics of normal distribution. And we should also know about the various characteristics of standard normal curve, what is z-score. So at the end of the topic, you should be able to differentiate when a series of observation is given to you whether it is within a normal limit or not. Okay, so let's see. When a quantitative data is given, when we are representing it in histogram or histogram form, so when we join these midpoints, it forms a frequency polygon. And when the distribution is very large and these angulations are gone, then that converts into a frequency curve. So when a frequency distribution is given, that can be a continuous type or a discontinuous type. So let's see the various types of the distribution: binomial, rectangular, skewed, normal, multinomial, negative binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and geometric distribution. Important to our topic is the skewed and the normal distribution. Let's start with what is a normal curve. So this is when the data is distributed evenly around a middle value, and the data is symmetrical about the middle value, and therefore it is in the shape of a bell-shaped curve. So it is also known as bell curve. So half of the data is falling left to the middle line and half is to the right of the middle value. Let's see what other names are given to this normal curve. It is also known as the Gaussian curve after the mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss. As we have seen, just normal distributions are not there. There are more than 10 different types of the distributions. Okay. Normal distribution can be this red graph also, can be this green also, and can be this black also. But they differ in their mean and standard deviation. Like this green one has a mean of -3, say, and standard deviation of 0.5. And the red one has a mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. And this black one has a mean of 2 and standard deviation of 3. So they all are normal curve, but they differ by mean and standard deviation. So what are the different features of a normal distribution? First thing, we have seen that it is symmetric around the mean. The mean, median, and mode is equal in a normal distribution curve. The area is equal to 1. Normal distributions are denser in the center and less dense in the tail. They have got two parameters, mean and standard deviation. 68% of the area of a normal distribution is within one standard deviation of the mean, and 95% of the area is within the two standard deviation of the mean. So when this data is getting distributed, it can be more spread to the left, it can be more to the right, or it can be jumbled up in this way. But in a normal distribution curve, it is more at the center and very less dense in the tail, as we have seen. Now certain examples from daily life where this normal distribution is seen, like heights of the people, sizes of the things, errors in the measurement, the blood pressure. Okay, let's see how the mean, median, and mode are in normal distribution. So we see that what is mean? It is the average of all the data in the distribution, and median, it is the middle value of the data when we arrange it in an ascending or descending order, and mode is the value which occurs most often in the data. So in a normal distribution curve, the mean, median, and mode is the same. Okay. What happens to the standard deviation? So what is standard deviation? It is how spread out the numbers are from the middle value. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, anywhere here, anywhere here. Okay. So it is falling in any specific number other than the middle value. Like it can be in the range of +1 -1, +2 -2, or +3 -3. And a normal distribution, it follows a rule of 68, 95 and 99.7. Let's see what these three things are. 68, 95 and 99.7 rule. So 68% of the data is falling within -1 and +1 range, that is this data. This is 68% of the data. Okay. Then comes 95% of the data is falling within -2 and +2 range. Okay, that is this data. Okay, this much is the 95% of the data. And 99.7% of the data is falling within the 3 standard deviation of the middle value, that is this data. This is 99.7% of the data. So let's see, we will represent them in the percentages. So if we take this as 50%, this side is 0 and this side is 100, how the numbers come from these lines, how much they represent in percentages. So if we will see that this -1 to +1 is 68% of the data, we will divide it by 2, it is coming 34%, 34%. So this, after doing 50 minus 34 is 16. So this line is 16% of the total data. And this line is 84% of the total data. So let's see how it comes to -2 and +2. This is 95% of the data. It is coming divided by 2, 47.5 and 47.5 on the left and right. So we will do 50 minus 47.5. This is coming to be 2.5, and 50 plus 47.5 is coming out to be 97.5. So this -2 line is 2.5, -1 is 16, 50%, +1 is 84, +2 is 97.5. Let's see with the -3 and +3 line. So 99.7% of the data is falling within 3 standard deviation of the mean. So we'll divide it by 2, 49.85 on the left and right. So 50 minus 49.85, so this point is 0.15%, and 50 plus 49.85, this is 99.85 point. Okay, so from 0 to 100, these are the percentages in a normal curve. Okay, 0.15, 2.5, 16, 50, 84, 97.5 and 99.85. Let's see what is the applications of the normal distribution. So it characterizes many populations and samples, particularly when we have a large sample size. This normal distribution, it forms the basis of a number of analytical tests like the chi-square test. Most of the distribution which occur in practice, like the Poisson, binomial, they can be approximated by normal distribution, and various sampling distributions, they tend to normality for large samples. So when we have large samples, it can turn into a normal distribution. Let's have some idea regarding skewness and kurtosis. Let's see first what is kurtosis. Kurtosis, it comes from a Greek word, and that means humped. So from the word kurtosis, we can know the peak of the distribution. Okay, whether it is flat, normal or peaked. Accordingly, there are 3 types of kurtosis. Leptokurtic, which is higher than the normal. Mesokurtic is the normal curve, and platykurtic, that is plateau type, less flat, less peak, almost flatter than the normal curve. Okay. In leptokurtic, there is too much concentration in the center. In the mesokurtic, it is the same like the normal curve, so mean, median and mode is the equal. But in the platykurtic, it is the items like the observations are very less in the center. They are more spreaded out in the whole curve. Okay. So as a whole, we can say that kurtosis means the peakness of the distribution. So more kurtosis means more peak, okay? And it can have an absolute or a relative value. So absolute value means it will be a positive number, and for a normal distribution the absolute kurtosis is 3. Okay, let's see what is skewness. Skewness means where the mean, median and mode falls at different points in the distribution. Either they can be in the center, or they can be to the left, or they can be to the right. For a normal distribution, those 3 are same. But for when skewness comes, that is particularly for the asymmetrical data, it will fall at different places. Say for example, if a number is there 1, 2, 3, 4 and the last number is 100, this is skewness of the data. One is 1, 2, 3, 4, another is last is 100. So almost everyone has a different, there is continuity, but the last observation is far more than it should be like 5, but it came to be 100. So it is not a symmetrical data. Okay, there are 4 different types of skewness, but most importantly it is 2: positive skewed and negative skewed. The other less important are L-shaped and J-shaped. So in the positive skewed data, the mean is more than the median and the mode, okay, and the tail is to the right, so it is known as positive skewed or right skewed. The tail is to the right, okay, the tail is to the right, that is positive skewed. Negative skewed, also known as left skewed, the tail is to the left, okay. Here the mode is more than the median and the mean. In L-shaped positively skewed, here mode is more than mean and median is more than mean, so mean is the least. In the J-shaped negatively skewed, here mean is more than mode and mean is more than median. No idea about the mode and the median. So let's see again. In the normal curve, the mean, median and mode lies here. In a positive skewed, the tail is to the right. In a negative skewed, the tail is to the left. In the negative skewed, mode is the highest, and in a positive skew, mean is the highest, okay. So this is has got a practical importance, like you have to find out the Z-score. What is Z-score or critical ratio or relative deviate, the other names of it? It is the number of the standard deviations that a value is normally distributed. In a normally distributed population, it lies away from the mean. So it is measured in terms of standard deviation. That will tell you how much an observation is bigger or smaller than the mean in units of standard deviation. So the formula of Z is observation minus mean by standard deviation. As critical ratio is increasing, the probability of accepting the null hypothesis also decreases, okay. So when Z is more, your alternate hypothesis is true, okay. You should understand this thing. So this is the end of the topic. Thank you.